Did we actually just draw hands of Squidward? I can't believe it. Are you kidding me? What is this? Now, next up, we have the eyebrows, which are like towards the top of the circle here. Okay. Are you messing with me at this point? All right. I don't know if you guys feel this too, but it seems like every time I go on TikTok and look at art tutorials, every person has a completely different technique. Someone will be teaching you to do something this way and never do it that way. Meanwhile, the other person will be telling you to do it that way and never do it this way. And it's very confusing. So today, I'm going to put these foolish tutorials and methods to the test and see if they actually work. I'm going to try them all out so that you don't have to. First up, we have the lizard. Now, I'm not very optimistic about this tutorial because if you look at the final results, it's giving depressed Conan O'Brien.
It might seem strange, but the very first thing that I like to draw when drawing the head is actually the ears.
Alright, okay, so it seems like the first thing that we want to establish here is the shape of the cranium plus the front of the face, and then the first facial feature we're adding on is actually the ear. So we'll just start off with a very simple shape here, and then the ear is set to be around the midpoint. I guess that's where we'll put it.
Next, we can draw this line going down the middle and this one coming across from the ears.
Alright, so this is kind of similar to the Loomis method where you have a cross on the front of the face. So let's draw a line that goes down the middle. Another line's gonna run down the middle of the ear. Okay, looks pretty convincing so far.
The nose goes down this middle line and actually starts and ends at more or less the same height as the ears, ending up halfway down the face from this eye line.
Alright, okay. So this lizard is telling us the nose is supposed to be like right here on the center line, but I think this is where we start to have a bit of a problem because the face is three-dimensional. The nose should be starting just behind it and then coming out in front of it. This is not a fully flat plane, right? But we're gonna follow it. We're gonna follow the words of this lying, manipulating, gaslighting lizard. So that's the start of the nose. According to the tutorial, it should follow the center line like that, right? Good gracious. That is hideous. Oh, God. Oh. Alright, what's next? You lying, deceptive, deceiving lizard.
The smile lines, which make this sort of triangle shape coming out of the nose, actually make a very good guide for the chin and the mouth.
Oh, God.
The meeting of the lips and the top of the chin stretch to the edges of the triangle and more or less divide this space into thirds.
Alright, so to find the mouth, we're supposed to establish a triangle from the nose. Let's establish that triangle to the chin. Then according to this tutorial, the mouth would just be up here like that. Alright, and I'm gonna draw the lip shapes kind of like how the lizard has done it. Look, I'm just following what I'm seeing here step by step, okay, so don't blame me for this. Alright, well, just before we get to the eyes, it does seem like he added a bunch of lines here on the side of the face, so let's just copy that. Okay, there's one bulge here, cheek bulge here, here, and then down to the butt chin like that. Starting to look like handsome Squidward, actually. Why, I kind of like that. That's not bad at all.
Lastly, the eyes, which sit on the guideline that we made earlier. What I like to do is start by erasing the line until we have just two simple lines, as if the eyes were closed. It's also good to...
Oh my God. I'm this close to losing it, okay? If the eyes were closed, they would not be straight lines on the front of the face. Why? Because the eyes are balls, okay? There are eyeballs pushing up against the eyelid. If the eyes were closed, they would look more like that, like crescent shapes, okay? Anyways, all right, so we've erased away some of the lines. You guys hear the sirens outside? They're probably here for this lizard, for scamming children. One line here, one line here.
Once these are down in the right spot, it's easy to just open them up.
All right, I guess it's easy to just open them up. Let's just open them up. Oh yeah, that's so tough. This is actually so tough. There we go. Let's add some irises. Did we actually just draw hands of Squidward? I can't believe it. Are you kidding me? What is this? Alright, so I'm gonna pause right here. You guys see how tiny and goofy this face looks? Well, the reason for that is because we established the eye line here towards the middle of the ear. When in reality, on a real person, Mr. Lizard, the eye line lines up with the top of the ear, okay? So this eye line should actually be up here, around where the top of the ear is. And then here you can establish the real eyes, the eyebrows, the nose, the mouth, and then you would have a much more normal looking person.
People's faces are very different and varied in reality, and the facial features rarely line up exactly like this.
Yeah, because they don't. They never line up like this. And look at how with the end result, you had to do a lot of coping by adding a hairline like all the way down here just to make the face look proportional, but even then, the ear is way too high. Even if you hide it with the hair, you still haven't fixed the most basic proportional issue with the face and the head. You know what? Here, let me just take it all the way and give him some Squidward eyebrows, okay? There's no saving this piece. Hard no for me. Absolutely does not get a pass. This will lead you astray. Do not follow this tutorial. Terrible does not work, and we should expect an apology video from this lizard. Actually, you know what? Don't even apologize. Don't even say sorry. Don't be sorry. Just be better. All right, next up, we got the Kaycem drawing method. Okay, let's try this one out.
Instead of trying to find that center line of the face, which is what I used to do, and what you're usually told to do, instead what I'm going to do, this might sound crazy, is I'm going to find the side plane of the head, and these are going to create some nice shorthands for you. Split it in half, like that. And lo and behold, plane change, nose, mouth, head.
This actually looks pretty promising for drawing the shape of the head, but let's try it out. Now, usually at this stage, you know, what I would do is try to find the center line, but with this method, what we're trying to do is we're trying to find the side plane of the face so we can establish the front plane of the face. Here is going to be where the eye line is going to be. So from the side plane, let's just cut that out, and then we're going to cut that back like that, and then from the top of the ear, we'll have another line swooping down, indicating the side plane.
So you can imagine these curvatures on the plane, and these are going to create some nice shorthands for you.
All right, so we got some rhythms here, some curvatures on the plane. That'll be the front. All right, hold up, this actually looks kind of good. We might be cooking here. So I'm going to cut out the side of the face, kind of like how he's doing in this video.
You can take all this, rhythms, split it in half,
Ooh.
like that. And lo and behold.
Okay, hold up. Split this in half, and then we can draw a center line down. This actually looks really good. This kind of works. Okay, so let's try to maybe add the facial features based on where these lines are. Let's add the brows here. Let's add the eyes here. And then let's add the nose where this line is. Oh yeah, and then you can add a neck. Oh yeah, that works. 100% that works. That is fantastic. Great job. That is going to get an absolute green flag. That is a pass for me. Now, I wonder if maybe it'd be even better to combine the basic methods of drawing the Loomis head with some of these side plane methods that he mentioned here. I feel like that would be really good. But that's a great tutorial. That actually works. Next up, we have how I draw faces with a series of very nice looking faces. Let's follow along with this. We're starting off with a circle, a cross, and two very large balls. Okay, interesting per se. So let's start off with the round shape of the cranium. Okay, we're gonna do a cross just like they did in the video. The cross should be centered in this circle like that, and then within each half of the circle we'll have another circle just like that. Now at the bottom we'll add in a triangular shape, which I'm assuming is going to be representing the nose. And then just beneath the nose, we have what looks like the mouth, and beyond that, we have the chin. And then from this point, what's very interesting is I see this person use a guideline that extends from the mouth, and that essentially gives you the point of your jaw. That gives us the point of the jaw, and then this will connect forward to the front of the chin. So right off the bat, I can tell we're getting a slightly rounder face shape here, maybe not as long as the other ones. And also we're gonna add the ears right where the eye lines are. We've got huge ears, I'll give you that. And then we got the neck down here, okay. Oh. So I don't know exactly what's going on here, but in the video, you know, we have this line that the person divided into equal thirds, and then just beneath it, they're drawing the eyes. So I guess this is not the actual eye line. That's just there for decorative purposes, maybe. Okay, all right, well, good damn. So let's do that, okay? Let's divide this space into equal thirds, and let's draw in very beautiful eyes under what I thought was going to be the eye line. Something ain't right here, man. I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of a beginner who's trying to follow along with this tutorial. Imagine how confused you'd be when you get to this stage. Like, what have I just drawn? It's a goblin. Oh yeah, lovely. Now, next up, we have the eyebrows, which are like towards the top of the circle here and drawn very loosely and very high. Okay. Are you messing with me at this point? What is this? Okay, so for the nose, we're essentially drawing a circle. We're drawing a circle, and then we're turning this point of the nose into the tip of the nose. Drawing a highlight like that, and then we'll draw in the shadows on the underside of the nose. I do like that you're adding in shadows for the underside. Oh my god. What have we done? Yeah, I don't think adding blush is our top priority right now, bro. Okay, big lips. I can do that. I can do big lips. And then we'll just extend this out a little bit further beyond the nose. And then we'll draw in very voluptuous, thick, beautiful lips. Okay, something has gone wrong here. What? And then you add the volume of the hair, which hides the lack of a cranium. I get it. I see what you've done. This could definitely pass for a normal face, right? If you just add the entire cranium to the back of the head. But I don't think we should hide our imperfections. I think we should embrace them. So I'm going to keep this character bald. There we go. So this one doesn't get a pass for me. It's mostly off of vibes. It kind of works, but it's missing the cranium. You have to hide it with hair. Anytime you make a tutorial that has something that needs to be hidden and worked over, that tutorial is probably not working right. Guys, I present you with two options: Squidward or Goblin. Who would you crack? Yeah, I'll take both. Next up, we have a still image tutorial that should be very easy to follow along. It just says how to draw a face. So let's go through this. First up, we have a round shape for the top of the head and a rectangular shape for the face. This is quite a long face. So we're getting essentially no placement cues here for where the nose goes. It just looks like they placed it pretty low towards where the peak of the jaw is. The eyes start where the nose ends. Well, at least the eyes are about halfway up the face. So that's something that you're doing quite right. There we go. Okay, look at my drawing. Look at their drawing. Same. I see no difference. Add nostrils and the bridge of the nose. Sure, I can do that. And there seems to be a little bit of shading here, but there we go. All right, there's the nose. There we go. Okay, there's the irises. And let's add in the bottom lids as well. Oh my goodness gracious Christ almighty. What is that? Mouth stops at the center of the eyes, lowest part in the center of the nose. The center of the eyes, so like that. That is very far out, bro. And then there's the bottom list. You know what? This might actually work as a top-down kind of perspective. Fill out the eyebrows. Boom! Get mocked. God, add hair and you're done. Yeah, dude, I'm not even gonna lie. If I was a complete beginner and following these tutorials, I would be so freaking lost. And with this one, you know, you add a bit of hair. You know, one might be able to say that it kind of works, you know, but I don't know. Something's off about this guy. I would not trust him around a playground. I'm gonna leave him like this. This tutorial is not gonna get a pass for me because it's relying a lot on your innate knowledge of the face. It's just placing facial features in random spots and kind of expecting them to work out, right? We're not really paying attention to the measurements. The nose is placed way too low. You know, the essential stuff like the thirds on the front of the face is not really being followed here. So I don't know. All right, so this is one that I saw that I thought was actually really interesting. Okay, so the first thing is you need a reference. And I like when tutorials mention that you need references. And it's basically using negative space to block in major shapes. Now, a lot of times when I'm actually drawing my characters, I pay a lot of attention to the negative space. So this one's relying entirely on the negative space, as you can see, blocking the overall darkest areas. Use symmetry lines to place the features. Even if it feels wrong, trust the process. I actually really like this because it feels like a more traditional kind of sketch, almost like a color blocking painting method. You know, it's kind of interesting. So let's test this one out and try to draw the same reference that he uses. Now, he says it's very important that you have a frame for your drawing. I would agree that in this method of drawing, the frame would be very important because you're actually trying to figure out the shape of the negative space, not just the positive shape. So next is you want to block in the overall darkest areas, which would of course be the hair plus the clothing. That looks terrible, but let's trust the process. Use symmetry lines to place the features. So let's draw the vertical line very lightly, and the horizontal lines should start at about, you know, the halfway point on the face. Squint your eyes and then block in the shadows on the facial features. So let's do that. This feels a lot like painting, man, and I kind of like it. You know what it also kind of reminds me of? Charcoal drawing. And I love drawing with charcoals. There's a big shadow there for the bottom of the nose and for the side of the nose. The area just above the eye and the eye socket is usually an area that collects a lot of shadow. So usually you want to be aware of that. Don't draw what you think is there, draw what actually is there. I love that tip. With hair, draw the blocks of tone, not the strands. I love that tip. All right, so let's try to block in some of the dark tones for the top of the hair. I want to get in all of the pure blacks, the darkest shadows. So you don't need to outline all the features. Let form be implied. Finally, erase lost highlights back in. All right, let's let the form be implied. Let's add in the details here. You know what I really love about this method, guys, is there's really no focus on detail and you're just going off of vibes, lights and shadows, shapes. It reminds me a lot of like charcoal or like very rough painting, and it's one of my favorite ways to work, and this process has probably been one of my favorites that I've tried today. Like, yeah, this will probably require that you know a little bit of anatomy knowledge beforehand, but if you're relatively comfortable with drawing the face, guys, try this out. Feel yourself, be free as an artist. It's just pure vibes, man. Look at, oh, I don't want to stop. Somebody stop me. I can't stop. All right, let me stop myself there before I get too excited. There we go. Absolutely love this one. This was the most fun that I've had today. That is an absolute pass for me. Love that tutorial. Love painting and drawing with negative space. It's so loose and so free. All right, guys, so there's some tutorials that I've decided to test out so that you don't have to. So that you can see which one works and which one doesn't. Who's telling the truth and who's a liar. If you guys want to learn more about how to draw, check out my Patreon. I've got a backlog of 20-something tutorials there, all long form, all 40+ minutes. And subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more art-related content. Join me. Join my cult. I would love nothing more than to have you here. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Guys, let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. We've got quite a few goofy drawings from today, but I think the first one will always have a special place in my heart because we genuinely just made handsome Squidward.